The Ontario On-Farm Climate Action Fund, OFCAF, supports farmers to implement best management practices to tackle climate change through reducing emissions of greenhouse gases and supporting increased carbon sequestration. Brenda Shui and Skylar Radojkovic operate Black Sheep Farm near Chesley, Ontario. They raise 100 sheep for meat, fiber, and lambskins, and use a rotational grazing system for 6 months of the year. Working with the OFCAF program, they added new perimeter fencing and portable cross fencing to expand the acreage of rotationally grazed pasture on their farm.
One challenge that we've had is in growing our flock, being able to access more acreage for pasturing, and so it was great that we could access the OFCAF program to perimeter fence. As our flock has increased in size, we've needed more forage for the sheep so that we don't have to buy it in, and the best way to do that is actually to rotationally graze them.
By installing new fencing, they're expanding the rotational grazing model that they began when Brenda started farming on a smaller scale in 2009.
Our rotational grazing system is completely movable. We only have perimeter fences. We don't have any permanent internal fences right now. We do everything at this point with the movable electric fencing. They're about 165 feet long. A 4-part fence for us is a square, and you have gates that move into your next paddock. So our sheep move around our farm, really just going from one paddock into the next paddock, which we set up on a daily basis. And we have to move with them each time. Their water wagon, which is an IBC mounted on a hay wagon base, as well as a shade shelter, which is also on a hay wagon base.
A key part of Brenda and Skylar's journey included attending knowledge-sharing events, where they learned about other farmers' experiences with rotational grazing and other management tips.
Going to the knowledge sharing events, you get to hear from a lot of different farmers how they plan for it, how they learn the signals of when to move their flock or their herd of cattle or whatever the case may be. It challenges you to find better solutions for your own farm and can really just help make you more successful in rotationally grazing for your goals, whether it be meat, fiber, milk. Other producers are actually your best troubleshooting guide.
While rotational grazing is known to increase soil carbon sequestration, Brenda and Skylar find it also improves soil quality, which in turn provides better nutrients for their sheep.
It's been amazing to see the results of rotational grazing over the years. I've only really been doing this more intensive with a larger amount of animals since about 2017, but we are now able to graze about 100 sheep on pasture on somewhere between 25 and 35 acres of land over about 6 months of the year. There's different fields that have just come into production, and there have been ones that have been grazed for longer periods of time, and then you can really see how the density of plant life increases and increases in forage quality over the years of this managed grazing system.
Funding for this project has been provided by Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada through the Agricultural Climate Solutions On-Farm Climate Action Fund. Cost share funding is administered to producers by the Ontario Soil and Crop Improvement Association.